WandaVision is perfect. Perhaps best of all was how they structured the first half of the season by opening with the sitcom reality. This is crucial as it throws us into a state of confusion, wondering why on earth Wanda and Vision are starring in a sitcom. As we watch to find out more, they spoil us with several references and wordplay, and then the show shifts the mood entirely into a creepy and suspenseful atmosphere, then swiftly reverts back to a happy-go-lucky tone again. These episodic back and forths go a long way in building intrigue and suspense, with an excellent payoff in episode 4. I'm so glad it was structured the way it was, because if the episodes were reversed and we began with episode 4, all the mystery would have been lost, and we would merely be watching sitcom episodes with zero intrigue. I know that there are many who disagree and felt that the sitcom moments were boring. I do feel as though the humor during those episodes were, well, kinda boomer-like. But I think what they really wanted to achieve was a drastic tonal shift from the MCU thus far. A vibe that is so starkly different in a sitcom reality that we feel a sense of discomfort, as if something is not quite right. We are supposed to be somewhat averse to this fake reality and yearn for Wanda to break out of it. And at least for me, that worked. Every disruption from the sitcom world makes me inch closer to the TV in anticipation. Every time the aspect ratio changes, a little explosion happens inside my mind because I know something important is about to happen. Such a feeling is almost unfelt in previous MCU films, and I really love it. The one thing that made me love the MCU so much is its interconnectedness, only made possible through the passions and attention to detail of all its creators. This level of dedication and craft, I think, is exemplified best at the apotheosis of the Infinity Saga in Avengers Endgame. The deliberate choice to center the film around the 6 original Avengers allowed for an emotional send-off for Tony and Steve that is nothing short of a bow-tie ending. Now we have WandaVision, and my god, this series truly hits the ball out of the park with an insane amount of references, clever wordplay, double meaning, foreshadowing, and symbolism, all intricately weaved into its first 3 episodes. It's seriously a gift for fans. Let me just highlight a few examples that I've not seen mentioned before. Firstly, the dinner at the end of episode 1. It is known that the show makes multiple references to every tragic event in Wanda's past, and the first sign that something is amiss comes at this dinner scene where this man starts choking violently. It is apt that something bad happens at this dinner scene because, wait for it, her parents actually died while they were all having dinner as a family. So that is Wanda's first known tragedy, and that is why her reality is disrupted at that very moment. Plus, it was incredibly difficult for Wanda to prepare dinner throughout the episode, only to end up preparing breakfast for dinner instead. It's almost as if Wanda's reality or her mind is somehow rejecting this idea of dinner, rejecting a memory of a traumatic past. This aversion to her tragic memories are very apparent in each episode, causing Wanda to temporarily lose control over her reality. And in the next episode, Wanda and Dottie have a conversation. Wanda says she means no harm, but Dottie replies that she doesn't believe so, insinuating that Wanda means to hurt her or the rest of the population, which is a callback to Civil War when Wanda accidentally kills innocent Wakandans. This triggers her unresolved guilt, which then causes another glitch in her reality. And that's how Jimmy Woo could reach her through the radio. In episode 3, we also see a pattern repeated on a divider which looks like an 8-petal lotus, a symbol of purity, enlightenment, self-regeneration, and rebirth, possibly symbolizing the so-called purity of this escapist reality, and how Wanda wishes to be reborn into this new reality free from the traumas of her past. There's also a viable theory that the commercials in between, apart from representing events in Wanda's traumatic past, are also hints as to how the problems in each episode are resolved. For example, in episode 1, a toaster commonly used for breakfast toast happens to be the solution for the dinner at the end, where they have a breakfast for dinner. In episode 2, a watch is shown, and at the end, everything goes back in time. In episode 3, a soap bath, with the narration, "Your problems float away," and how at the end, Wanda yeets Monica out of Westview, and we see her floating away. Coincidence? There's a whole lot more, and I haven't even touched upon the clever double meanings of the lines in the script. It's awesome to see this level of love and detail again, now at an even greater extent. Amidst the caveat of sitcom inanity, we can sense that something is definitely amiss. And, well, at least for some of us, we begin theorizing with all the nuggets of information available. This sets social media abuzz with fan discussions, and that is one of the best things MCU movies in the past offered, providing topics of discussion, being immersed in conversations, sharing their joys with the community of fans, and in the best cases, simply being proud of the MCU for once again exceeding expectations. I know I'm talking as if the whole season has been out, and it's maybe too early to say that I love WandaVision a lot, but honestly, the first half of the season is amazing, and especially with how perfectly paced episode 4 was. The frantic blip sequence, the revelations, and the very self-aware written details and humor, that and how the events of WandaVision would influence and cross over to Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2. And remember how Mordo, in a post-credits scene in Doctor Strange, remarked that there are too many sorcerers? Well, it seems that magic users such as witches with the likes of Agnes, aka Agatha Harkness, may also show up in the sequel. The possibilities are exciting to think about, and I'm absolutely certain this season will be a blast. So in conclusion, WandaVision is an incredible watch thanks to the remarkable attention to detail and its unprecedented suspenseful storytelling in the MCU. An idyllic reality that is ultimately all a facade, a sitcom-themed backdrop that perfectly encapsulates Wanda's trauma and her desire to escape reality, an illusionary utopia that is a ticking bomb set to wreak havoc in the real reality. I'm loving it thus far, and I can't wait for the rest of the season to drop. What about you? Do you like WandaVision so far? Do comment down your thoughts below, and if you'd like to see more, give this vid a like and subscribe. See you again next time. Bye!